My name is Leilani Thatcher, a tour guide at the Library of Lost Things. This is The Doorstep Project, Episode 35, Shield. It's common to get a book of old poetry or simply a stack of old poems someone sends in here at the Doorstep Project. Most people don't want their early works to be forgotten. And every time we get a set of poems, we choose a few to display for a week, but then cycle them out. Some are digitally scanned and recorded, but most are not. And people are allowed to take pictures in this exhibit if one really speaks to you. This one came in during our summer break. It was up for display for 2 weeks and was arguably the most read poem during that time. So I decided it deserved its own episode before being thrown away, so we could all hear it. It was written by Marcus Villa from Montana and was shoved in a folder with a bunch of other poems. But this is the only one that we actually picked to display. I was raised to be a shield. There's a common trope in media, the character raised to be a weapon. You can even find those people in real life, the people raised to defend themselves, to be hard and callous, to survive. But I was raised to be a shield. I was the one who stepped into the argument to try to calm everyone, to protect. And they called me a peacemaker, said it was a good thing. I was the one to talk to the teacher when they were angry, but someone needed to use the bathroom. They called me brave, said I was a noble sacrifice. And I was the one who, when I saw a fight in the hallway, ran to the child being beat down and wrapped my arms around them and covered their head. I took the hits. I was a shield. And I believed that there was no one in this world that is unworthy of the protection, the strength, and the noble sacrifice that I provided. Until I met a shield. Until I was holding someone close, taking beating after beating, and suddenly someone appeared. Someone wrapped me in their arms, holding me close, defending me. And I found someone unworthy. I found that I was unworthy. And I tried to push them away, insisting they were going to get hurt, that I could take this, but they did not move. I pled with them, please, they're hurting you. But they did not move. And when the beating was finished, the shield walked away. They didn't stay or ask for gratitude. They didn't check their head for scrapes or back for bruises and blame me for that pain. They simply walked away to find the next person to save. I was raised to be a shield, to be that noble sacrifice, to be that peacemaker, to be that good thing in a world full of weapons. But what am I if I am being protected? What good do I have to give if I am not feeling the pain? It's such a shame that this is the question so many of us ask when we are being helped and healed and protected by those who pay a higher price. The what am I is answered quietly. Human. Thank you for listening to The Doorstep Project. This audio drama was created and produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a rating and review on your podcast app of choice or share it with a friend. Leilani and the project will be back next week. Until then, write every day. One day your story could be in a museum. The Doorstep Project is produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. It was written, edited, and performed by AJ Barton. Sound effects for this podcast are provided by Zapsplat. Music used in this podcast includes Reawakening by Kevin MacLeod, licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. You can learn more at his website, incompetech.com, or at creativecommons.org. Both music and sound effects have been changed and edited by AJ Barton. Links for websites, information, and contact can be found in the description of the episode. Would you like to submit your story or art to the Doorstep Project? You can find information for story submission at familyfriendlypodcast.com/The Doorstep Project. Information on CC by 4.0 licenses can be found at creativecommons.org.